What is it? What do you need? Am I late this morning?
Yeah, hour from the time change, Mom, I noticed.
Uh-huh. Hey, buddy. This is midnight. He's just been talking and talking this morning. Will you please put my nom-nom in the bowl, Mom? Marty, I sure do appreciate you being at the window every morning. Very consistent. Morris was on the heater, but, he's come down where he's waiting. Be nice, Mart. Hi, Morris. Be right out, bud. Marty. Wow, we don't get to see you on your unicycle very much more.
How come?
Because it's dark in the morning, and sometimes you're reading the paper from the day before, and
yeah,
I got to get the cats in their spot, and you're on the move.
Yeah.
Several reasons.
Right.
You know, Donnie,
Yes, ma'am.
that wind ain't let up this morning.
No, it has not one little bit.
I mean, it was, yesterday, folks, it was windy. And it's windy now, too.
It really is. But it looks like it's trying to clear up there.
Yeah, but we are going to go for our walk.
Yeah, we're going to go.
We got our steps yesterday, but not our exercise minutes. Oh, well. Your heart rate was not in over your...
I don't know. My heart was pitter-pattered with those one hit and misses. Poop, 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 poop. I thought it was a pretty good rhythm.
Okay, go get your paper.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Stripe has already gone on morning patrol. I don't see him. He'll come back in a little bit. I'll keep hollering for him. Next to Gray, Stripe would be my next most cat-like cat, which basically translates to he ignores you if he feels like it. Hey, buddy. Good morning. Yeah, you make a mess and I'll clean it up. That's what I do. That's Marty. He ran up that tree. He's scratching. He's scratching some more. He's coming down the tree. They get so frisky when they're chilly. Hey, Marty. That was kind of cute. That's all I'm going to get this morning, huh? Is that all I'm going to get? Just a little tree climb? Well, I can't say the same thing this morning as I did yesterday morning. The driveway's got leaves all over it, especially up near the garage. These guys are here. Still no Stripe yet. I'm sure he'll show up in a bit. He's capable of catching his own breakfast, so if I'm a little late, he may have taken things into his own matter, and if he's on the hunt, he ain't coming when Mama calls. Hi, Slate. This is where she's been sleeping, waiting for Johnny. The blanket and the little spot here has been comfortable. She ate a little bit for me, and she's been using her litter box, and I got her appetite stimulant given to her. She doesn't like it, but she tolerates it. She doesn't try to hurt me. Slaty! Slaty, I'm up here. Hi, honey. Hi. Yeah, big boy wants to come in. I think he mostly likes to use his box in here after breakfast, even though there's other boxes. Hi, Johnny will be up soon. Here's my boy. He's come. I saw him out here eating with Marty. He doesn't look any worse for wear. Hi, bud. Good morning. Stripey, come here for some attention. He goes, I had to check out that food bowl, make sure I wasn't missing anything important. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. And I are in Jules, and we are headed to Bass Lake Park in Holly Springs. It's a little over a 2-mile trail, and we want to check out how far the connector from Bass Lake to Sug Farm Park, the little jut out, how far it actually goes. So it's in the 50s. It's still a little windy, but at least we have brighter sun today. And it's 1 p.m. So it took me a while to do yesterday's video. Don enjoyed his Sunday morning with his coffee, his paper, and a nap. Yeah. And I did get the video sent to render because it's going to take somewhere between 5 and 8 hours for an hour-long video to do its thing on WeVideo and then do its thing on YouTube. So I'll probably be able to release it before I go to bed tonight, but no guarantees on it being any sooner. And it's just because that processing takes forever. Yep. So I had to get it done before we had left. All right, it's 1:20ish and we're on the trail here. We parked in the I'm gonna call it the overflow parking on the far side. We're away from the bathroom and the buildings and all of that stuff. Oh my goodness, it's windy. I'm sure there will be spots after we get down lower that it won't be quite so noticeable. One could hope anyway. Either that or we need to pick up our speed and get around the lake quicker. Well, we've passed so many people. I just got to pet Winnie, who was a white colored golden, kind of like Kyle's Ellie, and also a Burmese mountain dog, Delilah. Yeah, I got my dog fix for the day. I really like tricolor doggies, so brown, white, and black. That was a very pretty dog. All right, first run of the trail. Get that heart rate pumping, warm up a bit. We're down lower now, so it's not quite as cold. We got wind block over there. Phew! Hi, mallard duckies. Hi. First good view across the lake. Well, a plus of this trail is, A, it's nicely mulched and wide. You could almost take a wheelchair around on this if you wanted to, just like the lower Mill Pond Trail at Yates Mill, and it's near the water. And it's a good view. And it's only about 2 miles around total, so it's, you know, I would call this an easy trail, except for the distance might be a bit much if you're just starting out.
You're getting the hill, folks.
Oh, at the end? Yeah, over by the parking lot.
We started on the top of the hill and we walked down the hill.
That's true, but you know, they put that lower, they finished off that lower section now, and that's less hill. Woo! On the right is where we just came from. Thankfully, now that we've ran some, I'm not so cold. Probably should have ran a time or two yesterday at Eaterville. Might have helped with the temperature. And lots of opportunities here to come and watch wildlife. Patient, I'm sure. Riparian areas. Protective buffers around lakes, ponds, and streams are called riparian areas. Trees and plants in these areas help reduce soil erosion along the shoreline. In addition, the trees filter stormwater to clean it before going into the lakes and streams. Shade from the trees improves habitat for fish by keeping the water cool. Fallen trees and branches provide a place for wildlife to hide or rest. Yeah, they don't do a lot here except for keep the trail clear. Kind of like Yates Mill. There's not a lot of man-made improvements here. Keep the trail clear and walkable, and other than that, leave it alone. That's why I have this scrub on the side. But at least there's a few breaks in the scrub, so you do get your view of the lake. So this is the spot that's supposed to connect to other greenways, and here's if you're entering. You know, got the town rules. Outdoor classroom. So let's see how far this goes. Because like we said, we can easily go out half a mile and come back, and we would be right around our 3-mile mark. So this is the Carl Dean Greenway, and it may be complete over in the Womble Park. The problem is
over a mile. We'll put 2 miles.
right, depending on where you park, you could be at 5 miles if you followed this thing the whole way. You know, if we park at Womble Park, walk over, circle the lake, and walk back, that's 4 miles at least. So, you know, we're looking, not that we can't do 4 miles, but we're looking more in the 3-mile range. But there's another spot up further that's supposed to go over to Sugg Farm, and we think that's the part that would be the right distance for us. Great alternate parking, and oh, by the way, not complete, it's just sort of planned.
Yeah, that's back the other way.
Yeah, it's closer to the pavilion, the park center. Although I do think I saw planned here is a bathroom, and that would be a really great place to put one.
Yeah, I think that way, the opposite way we're going.
Okay, yeah, somewhere over here. Yeah, somewhere over here on. It's really great when they put in these 3 or 4 mile greenways. But if they don't put a bathroom, you know, people are good for 2 miles, maybe 3 at the most, and then they need a restroom. So I would highly encourage. Oh, here's your exercise station, Donnie. Your runner's exercise stretching area. Yeah, well, we've certainly never been here before. And have not been, any of us in the family, been on this part of the, and there is a creek on the left here, all the way the length of this over to Womble Park. Funded by Holly Springs Half Marathon.
Yeah.
And it's telling you what to do. Proper use videos too. PlaySI.com, I think it said. Yeah, well, I like this trail. I suppose one time we could just park at Womble Park and take the trail over here, look at the lake, and walk back.
Yeah, that would be
a little over 2, and that would be something to do on a, not necessarily a weekend day. One of our midweek walks or something.
Well, Womble Park probably has enough parking.
Yep.
On a busy weekend, you'd be all right.
Yep.
The problem with over here, this is a really popular park. And on a weekend, it's parking is like impossible.
Yep.
And the so you can see, hopefully I'm trying to focus here, these greenways, my beautiful assistant here showing.
I won't jump up on top of that.
No, don't do that. You might, yep. And
Down to Holly Springs.
yeah, and then there's one there. So they put these greenways in when they tear up, dig up all this to put in the stormwater sewers, or whatever. They do all that and turn it into a greenway, which is a great idea.
So viewers that live in other places, are you seeing all these new greenways added to your areas? Obviously, it seems like the Raleigh, North Carolina area is working really hard to add a lot of greenway trails. I've added a lot in the last 5 years and have plans to add as many more. Connecting them up, you know, I started out putting in these little ones and then working to connect them up. Are you seeing that too? This kind of stuff where you are? I'm just curious because all we know is what's going on where we are. Again, I like the exercise station, the stretch station added. I think all of these, though, a lot of these could use the Boy Scout, Eagle Scouts to come in and add some benches. Sometimes people just want to stop and rest, or sometimes people need to rest, or sometimes they want to watch the wildlife. That was a beautiful American holly here. I don't know what this waterway is. We'll have to look it up. Yeah, it's a creek of some sort. I'm sure it has a name. Yeah, and except for the greenway over in Rocky Mount, which we'll assume somebody's gonna get some money to create some signage, most of these greenways we're on are pretty clear. Obviously this isn't brand new though, right, Donnie? This has been here a little bit? Yeah. Says there's another narrow bridge ahead. Huh? Yeah. Some of the maps were hard to tell what was existing versus planned. I would tell the map maker it wasn't as good as it should have been. And also the one map I was trying to rely on, it had no date on it. So if you're going to publish a map on your website, you need to put a date the map was created. So it's very easy for people to understand, you know, how current the information is. Because things live on the web for forever. Wow, I would say you could get your foot stuck in that. Or your bicycle tire. I don't like that. The rubber in the center, but yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, it's not a slip.
Yeah, no, I meant this hole on the side.
Well, that's what the hole
Where you're, yeah, I understand. But at least, although not particularly scenic, at least that bridge will be there a long time. It's not wooden, it's not going to rot out here in the woods. Okay, yeah, you know, your girl's always trying to push that extra little farther. It's kind of like being at Guardian Angel and needing to leave with the thought in your head that you might have missed that next treasure if you just would look 5 minutes more. That's what it's like for me on the trail. Can't we walk around the next bend in the road or the trail and see where it goes and see what it is? I don't want to turn around. I'm afraid I'll miss something. I've always been afraid I would miss something.
Not me.
Well, I'm impressed with the number of these exercise stretch stations. I really am. I haven't been on any other Greenway trail that had this many. Although that one over in Clayton had the air pumping for your bicycle tire. Which, considering that we've seen several bicycle people go past us, that seems rather important. So that bike just has flat tires. God bless you. And the chain over here does not go to that bike. Per Don.
They got tired of him, went up this hill, they just do it now.
Make mom and dad come back for it, huh? Well, I'm sure if I was out on the trail without you and I had a bike problem and I came home, thanks for that.
Sorry,
Will you stop being a guy on the trail, please?
Well, kid,
Please.
I'm just a guy.
Please, but I'm not, and you're with me.
Well, I was
so save
back
it,
there.
save
I was
it, save
perfectly
it for
okay.
the non-existent camping trip with the guys, will ya?
You turned around and videoed me. I was perfectly safe back there, being a guy.
Yeah, I have given him feedback that when what I can't see behind me doesn't matter, but what I can see in front of me does.
I see in front of me matters.
Oh, I'm not really upset with him.
Ha!
Yesterday in the video, your nose was running a lot.
Well, I'm close in.
It was so cold yesterday.
Right, well, I guess I breathe through my nose and it condenses so much and it tickles my nose like you can't believe.
So we are not going to go left to Womble Park because we can't afford to walk that late today, especially with us losing an hour of daylight. I know theoretically we're supposed to have gained an hour, but since we didn't get up until 9 o'clock new time, yeah, we really slept in. It was great.
And we got up at
8 o'clock new time, which was really 9 o'clock. Okay.
Time, right?
Yeah, okay, that's right. That did seem a little late.
To let me sleep in today.
And then when he woke up, he got me up.
That's right.
That's the way it always is.
I
He
actually
never
slept
sleeps.
well.
He never sleeps as long as me if left to our own devices. So how
Devices.
far have we walked so far? I'm scared to ask.
56 minutes, 57 minutes, and 2.43 miles, 6,000 steps.
Yeah, we got to be at least a mile from the car.
Yeah, we're
At least.
There's no good way to say it. We're screwed.
Well, that's not how I look at it, but yeah, we're over Don's limit. We'll just leave it at that. I think we're coming up on Bass Lake though here.
Yeah,
I think this was the first exercise station and that was pretty much right away.
that's right. You're right.
So next time we're taking this, we think that goes to Sug Farm Park. It's just not finished, which it's in the plan. So the fact that there's, you know, the sewer and it's just like yeah, actually we're warm now, so it feels good at this point and not bad. Yeah, I think the only mistake I made yesterday at Eaterville was not at least once running. Because it would have, you know, got my heart rate up and maybe warmed me up a bit. But we don't have time to do that today, so we'll have to check that out the next time. Yeah, I told Johnny we'd be gone about 2 hours, although since I have Google location services turned on for him and he does for me, he can look and see that Mom and Mr. Don are still at Bass Lake and not be worried. Yeah, to be clear, we're basically at this point on the lake halfway around from our car in either direction. Yeah. And oh, by the way, either way we went, back the way we came or this way, there's going to be a hill involved. There's no getting around it, so.
We still got at least a 30-minute walk.
Well, I'm good with that, as long as we stop up here at the boathouse. Yeah, you can see the boathouse off in the distance now. They usually let people rent boats until the water temperature gets into the low 50s. And I'm guessing with the cold nights we've had and the wind, and they probably already aren't letting people rent boats anymore. They're afraid if you fall in, you'll, you know, hypothermia too quick. But the thing of it is we always have a cool November. And then with the La Nina this year, we're supposed to have a warm winter and it be drier. So it's going to be perfect boating weekends. Perfect boating weekends, but we won't be able to use it. So, what did you want me to look at? Oh yeah, where I was looking, okay. Yeah, there'll be some perfect boating weekends, but you won't be able to take out a canoe. Personally, it frustrated me. I realize they have to come rescue me if I fall in, but the chances of me taking out a canoe or a kayak by myself and falling in are very slim. I don't have little feet in the boat anymore, and even then I never went over, not once. Yeah, Sug Farm could be this way too.
Yeah,
we'll exploring that next time. This is a pretty spot with the sycamore leaves reflecting in the water. Don was telling me that there's a borer on that's affecting ash trees in North Carolina. It's a real problem, and I was trying to figure out where there was an ash tree for him so we could look. I looked up one. I'm not very familiar with ash trees. It's a river birch and, you know, American holly and sweet gum. There's quite a few bald cypress on the trail, like right here. But I don't know about ash. I've seen redbud out here and sycamore and pin oak and cedar. See, that's a redbud with the heart. All right, the last pretty view before we turn the corner and get to the boathouse. Yeah, we normally don't walk out here because people are fishing, although there's no reason we can't walk out here. It doesn't look too crowded today. So today we'll walk out here. Well, they haven't removed the stirrers here. That's supposed to help with bacterial algae growth, but they removed them at Lake Wheeler. So it says they stock periodically with trout. Don't take more than 7 a day. No minimum length, no bait restriction. And year round is okay, but you need a state fishing license. And yes, I asked the young man back there, and all those fishing poles were his. So I guess Mom sent him to bring home dinner. Hope he has a good catch. So really pretty camellias here. I'm used to Sasanqua being pink. But that's not a japonica leaf. So I'm thinking it's Sasanqua, but it's white. And I just got the scoop from the park ranger about the Sug Farm Park Trail. So I will catch up with Don and give him the scoop. Alright, till next time. We're fixing to walk on the new connector path to the other parking lot versus the sidewalk out at the street. It's much better walking, prettier, away from the cars, although the sidewalk is certainly amply wide. So basically the park ranger that I knew from Pokemon Go, community days and such, He said that they just put in the bathrooms out at Sug Farm Park where the trailhead will be to come over to Bass Lake. And people do walk from here to there all the time, but there's no really clear-cut trail. I suspect we can probably tell where the people generally walk. And there is some private land, and to make sure to stay off of there, but walking from here to there is, you know, as long as you're on Bass Lake or Sug Farm Park property, you're good. She's taking a picture of something. I wonder what it is. So that all translates, Donnie, to I would still like to come back and try to walk from here to Sug Farm Park before they put in the trail, so we get a before and after video. And now we know what the scoop is when we embark on our adventure. And we're fixing to get to the hill. Seriously, it's right around this corner here.
Got a little red flag there to let you know that's where it starts.
It's seriously uphill. Seriously. And I think the lady back there was just taking pictures of the water reflection in the sun and not wildlife. Although I did get quiet to give her the opportunity with the wildlife, if that's what it was. Yeah, great, just great. Because I need more exercise today. It's not that bad. It's only really bad though if you've been running, right? You've done your whole 2 miles and then you hit this at the very end. I'm thinking we'll be okay walking it without too much work.
Check the heart rate.
Yeah, let's see. Right now it says 130. We'll see when we get to the parking lot. Okay, I've had enough fun. I'm at 151 now.
Yeah, well, you're not done yet.
That's only like half of it, right?
Yeah.
Don said it was as bad as the golf course, and I looked at him like, surely not. But yeah, it's pretty intense. Almost there. Heart rate is 151. This is not all I've got. I'm sort of at the all-day pace, so I make it. Especially at the end of your exercise. Yeah, HIIT, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. This would probably not really quite count. I'd have to get my heart up into the 160s or 170s. Walk a little faster, move my arms or something. That's all right, I'm feeling plenty. I'm feeling the workout plenty right this minute. He walked a few feet extra, so his map loop for his walk is even. Engineering. Yep. Do tell us about our wonderful journey. Yeah. Oh, I see the picture.
I copied it for you.
Yeah.
We did 9,445 steps. We did an hour, 35 minutes, 55 seconds, 3.81 miles, 478 calories. And it wasn't going to be very fast. 25:10 average per mile. And we stopped, and I didn't even stop it when I went into the men's room or anything. So,
yeah.
And we talked to the dogs, and we talked to the guy who told us about the apartment complex.
And I stopped to talk to the park ranger. Yeah, we had quite a few.
Yeah.
We were on weekend time today.
Yeah, we're on weekend time. That's right.
Did you get your fill of naps today?
I got me another nap this afternoon.
That's 2 today. Just saying, I was a good wife.
But I had my morning nap and my afternoon nap. I mean, you know, I'm probably going to take my early
evening nap.
Bedtime.
So we had guac and a beer. Instead of making bacon today, we have made so far 2 trays of chicken wings, but I actually have 1 more to do. And Johnny's been busy on homework, poor kid. But he's mostly done with the college classes by Thanksgiving.
That's
so
right.
He's got 2 weeks now. It's crunch time, and then he gets to do exams for the high school after. So that's sort of good. They're not all coming at exactly the same time.
Yeah, I'll have time to study for the high school ones after the college ones.
Yeah, and it's dark out at 7:12. Sunset was what, 5:30 or something? Yeah, it was really early. So, but I guess tomorrow morning it'll seem like, wow, look at how bright it is out there. Personally, I say this every year. I wish they'd stop messing with the time.
I agree.
I don't care which one or in between or whatever. Just stop moving it. Just stop already.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, serve them up.
Yes, ma'am.